Hey, what's up, Yoon fan? It is I, Mark Yoon, and I'm bringing another hopefully exciting video. So what I got for you today is a little bit of a special project that I have for you guys, for my awesome subscribers, the Yoon fam. You guys are really creative, and I like seeing a lot of your ideas in the comment section, so I have a little bit of a challenge for you. I'm going to be talking about some bullet points today, but the overall gist is going to be things that I think would be cool to see in Soul Calibur 7. Now, none of this is guaranteed to happen. None of this is possibly going to come to fruition. This is just if I were writing it or using my own headcanon. So before we get to my actual idea, the challenge for you guys is listen to my idea, and then I want you in the comment section, it doesn't matter how long it is, I want you to write your own synopsis for Soul Calibur 7, utilizing the characters that we have so far. And you can even fold in some other characters that aren't in the series yet to reintroduce. It's completely up to your discretion, and I want to see you guys have fun with it. Now, whoever I like the most, which is kind of going to be a tough thing to say. So we're going to pick it's going to be a long read, so maybe I'll do my top 2. And on Thursday, I will read them aloud for you guys in my Thursday video. So I'm not sure if you guys are going to be down for that. I'm sure some of you don't want to do it, and some of you will jump at the chance. I know a lot of you guys have given me really creative ideas before, so this is your time to shine. And if you want to see me read some of the other submissions, you guys can let me know. Maybe next week I can do maybe a whole week of just like reading your synopses. And if that idea sounds good to you, then we can move forward with that. But for now, I'm just going to pick the top 2, and I'm going to read those on Thursday. So that being said, we're going to jump into the video, and here we go. So I didn't pre-think this. I just sat down to record and had an idea, and I'm just going to go with it. So this is not scripted or anything by any means. That's why you're probably going to hear a lot of and throughout the video, so I apologize in advance for those. But I mean, I'm the one that flaps at the gums a lot about like what I want the story to be like. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to give a rough breakdown, maybe a 5-minute story suggestion of what I would like to see and how I would like it incorporated. So I would like the events of Soul Calibur 7 to start off with Yoon Song, Xianghua, Kilik, Sungmina, and Huang all traveling together. Perhaps they're training at the Song Dojang, and they're just doing their thing, and all of a sudden there is an astral fissure that opens outside of the school. So obviously drawing their attention, they run to the astral fissure, and outside of the astral fissure is Cervantes and Ivy. Now, they were pulled in from somewhere else, and they have no idea why they're there, but the one thing that they do have in common is both of them are holding a shard from the evil sword. So during the fight, they're trying to figure out what's going on, and Ivy's not really into it. She's just trying to ask questions while she's battling, and Cervantes is just like doing his thing. And another astral fissure opens alongside of the astral fissure that had previously opened, and that one closes. And out steps as well. And he looks pretty worse for wear. Maybe he's like Shang Tsung style with like white hair, looks old and crusty and just beat up to a pulp. But he uses a little bit of magic that he conjures to grab the evil shards from the two villains that, or I mean, Ivy's not really a villain, but to the two characters who previously entered the Sun Dojang. So then we have them figuring out that it was Aswell behind it, and they just drop their arms, whatever, they move off. And we go over to see Nightmare, who for some reason looks completely resurrected, and we have no idea why. And Siegfried is also pursuing him. He has been joined this time by Taki and by Gro, and they're all in their own unit just trying to chase down this character. While they're trying to chase down Nightmare to find information, I think it would be cool if we had like Mitsurugi and Setsuka finally settling things so they can start the story as at least accomplices or compatriots instead of, they don't have to be friends, but at least they can get their battle out of the way, and maybe their swords will show the true justification of Mitsurugi's actions, and we can move forward after that. So with all the teams like heading towards a certain goal now, we're still gonna have Astaroth and like pursuing his own thing. Like, we're just gonna have him out there somewhere else. I don't know what I want him doing. I'm making this up on the spot, so he can just do whatever he wants, basically. And what we're going to see is Aswell is going to pop up in a battle with Nightmare and Siegfried, and he's going to freeze time. I don't know how I'm going to have that done, but he'll just do it. And he's going to grab Soul Edge, and he's going to teleport out of there. And once he grabs Soul Edge, we're going to find out that Nightmare was actually a farce, and it was Inferno the whole time. With Soul Edge gone, obviously they're missing a lot of like what they cared about, so after dispatching with Inferno, they go about their way. I want Aswell now to be talking to a shrouded mystery man. Like, that would be the coolest thing. He's in like this Roman temple type of thing, and he's old and crusty, and he's got like a science table experiment, and like maybe like 4 or 5 of them, and on top of those are all different Malfested people, including a familiar face. We see Curtis is on the table, and he's Malfested, and we have no idea why. And apparently it seems that people like Grow, who don't have a holy relic like Keelig to keep the monster at bay, can actually spread the manifestation. And this is going to lead into his guilt and something else he's going to have to bring resolution to. But while he's doing this, we're going to see shards of the sword come out of all of the Malfested except for Curtis. Now he's going to take the evil sword, and he's going to put it in some kind of like crystallized like area that's like near the dude that's shrouded. And we're just going to move on. So we're going to have the battles go the way they usually go. So we'll just have random encounters with people and see where things are going and leading towards or whatever. So what we have now is Grow and everyone actually gets there for the finale, right? And it turns out that the shrouded man was actually Algol. And he uses Soul Edge and plunges it into an astral fissure. And the astral fissure crystallizes and explodes. And Soul Edge falls to the ground, and it seems like it's like been turned to stone. Once that happens, Soul Calibur itself actually turns to stone as well, and it seems like their essence has been driven to this man, who is going to awaken the evil seed. So Curtis and after battling obviously with Grow and making him feel bad and stuff, Curtis and the Conduit are going to both fall into a comatose state, crystallized and frozen. And everyone's trying to figure out like what's happening, and Algol is going to awaken the ultimate seed that Aswell once had. And after absorbing this power from the ultimate seed, he actually reawakens Soul Calibur and Soul Edge by sharing his energies with them and then merging with them to get to the form that we saw, similar to like what was in Soul Calibur 5. And Aswell uses that opportunity to actually transform again, utilizing the power of the Ultimate Seed. Now we have a battle between Aswell and Algol, because Algol does not like the fact that he's trying to share the limelight while doing things behind the scenes. You get like a great big fight from it or whatever, and the whole area just like goes up in a giant explosion. So people are tossed around, we have no idea, there's smoke everywhere, and a couple astral fissures open up, and some random cloaked people come out and they grab the heroes and they pull them aside, and they take them all to the Temple of Hephaestus. So now they're there with Sophitia and everyone's there, and they take off their hoods, and one of them is Viola and one of them is Zwei. Now Viola and Zwei, with a bunch of other people, have been saying that they've been working outside of the timeline and outside, and that their timeline has been destroyed due to the events that happened there. So they're going to do their best to make sure that it doesn't happen to this world, even though they have no idea how they got here. Not realizing that that Cassandra like left a doorway open, and that's how they got through. I don't really know where it would go from there. Like, I think it would be really cool to have it end with them defeating Algol and Owlswell, but they're not really defeated. So what I would do then is, after that main story mode, and then the Soul Chronicles, obviously, like, detailing their interactions with each other and what's happening up to that point from Soul Calibur 6 to 7. We have our Libra of Souls mode, where Algol is awakened again and realizes that, like, his power is now merged with the two swords, and he has become part of them. So I think our whole goal will be teaming up with Viola and Grow to try and track down Edgemaster and figure out how they can actually lock up the power of the swords for good. And we're gonna do some kind of wizardry or sorcery or some crap, I have no idea. And we'll get to that point and that'll happen, whatever. So that was just like a basic synopsis, and that's what I'm kind of talking about. I don't want to throw too much into it because I want to see what you guys have to say about it. So I want to see your stories. Please work on them. Like, in the comment section down below. Like, also let me know if, like, if they're eligible to be read online. If you don't want them read, then make sure you make a footnote before you tell your story that you don't want it read online or whatever. Just give me some indication. And we'll look forward to reading the top 2 stories. Not that, I don't want to say again the top 2. I'm going to say my favorite because, like, I'm very subjective. So I have no idea, like, what's going to hit me and what I'm going to actually think is cool. I'm probably going to like most of them, if not all of them, and I will respond to them. But I'm going to definitely read 2 on Thursday. And I'll try to do it dramatically and do voices and stuff if I'm not too embarrassed to do that on mic. But with that being said, guys, have at it. I hope you have fun writing these stories. And we're going to bring this video to a close. I will see you tomorrow on tomorrow's video. And as always, thank you.
And thank you.
Hey, what's up, guys? Have you always wanted some sweet Mark Yoon merch? Maybe a thick U shirt, maybe a shirt from Squirt, maybe my pretty face with my logo all over your body, or a throw pillow, or blanket, or anything? Well, you're in luck, because I just launched my merch store, and it is going to be available on Redbubble, and you will find a link to it in my description box down below. It's got a lot of quality content, and a lot of good stuff for you to pick up, so you can show your support for the channel, and just rep Mark Yoon.